Olivia needed 2.5 days to drive from Los Angeles to Miramar. Part of it came down to the pre-Christmas traffic. Southern Californian drivers tended to go nuts in bad weather. There was no logic to it, so theories abounded. Olivia doubted it was actually aliens losing contact with their control subjects when clouds blanketed the region. More than likely, it was because storms robbed the journey of any possible pleasure. Under conditions like these, cold and wet and windy and dark and gray, travelers were desperate to get the trip over and done. But mostly, her slow pace was because of the roads. She had, of course, heard about the storms that had lumbered off the Pacific, hurricane-force winds and weeks of torrential downpour. But L.A. had been spared the worst, and her own world had become reduced to making it through tempests of a more personal nature. Once she passed Ventura, the true extent of storm damage became very real. Twice the highway was reduced from 10 lanes to 2 by mudslides. Even when the freeway opened back up, the rubble, not picked up by the scrapers, remained ankle-deep in places. Some drivers still insisted on scrambling over the debris fields, spewing gravel at the saner travelers. Olivia actually found a sullen comfort in the slow progress, the swirling gray blanket overhead, the sudden lashing storms that came and went in seconds. Her mind flickered back and forth over the previous months, like a tongue gingerly probing a broken tooth. Despite everything that had happened, she couldn't bring herself to call her ex-husband a bad man. Gareth had occasionally thrown himself into situations he regretted afterwards. Typical hormone-driven, adolescent-minded male was how her city friends called him. But in the good times, and there had been many, those were some of the traits that had made life with Gareth so exciting. They had also fueled Gareth's success as a television producer. He had swept Olivia off her feet, and for 5.5 years their romantic moments had left her breathless. But as Olivia's friends back in Miramar had warned, love in the big city was a roller coaster of a ride. 7 months back, Gareth had finally confessed to what Olivia had long suspected. His impetuous nature had drawn him into the arms of a lovely young starlet. Olivia and her soon-to-be ex were still involved in the divorce when Gareth was struck by a trio of blows, bam, 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 lightning fast and fatal.